I will submit him closer to Khabib. At some point, I will connect that punch.
I already said, if you can make 155, you can get into the cage. Let's talk about it then.
Fight for what? For me, it's nothing. Just his name. I don't need his name. I need...
Ilia Topuria, the Georgian-Spanish phenom who previously dominated as the UFC Featherweight Champion, has now set his sights on the 155-pound lightweight title. After vacating his featherweight belt, he's announced his intention to move up in weight, and his target is none other than Islam Makhachev, the current lightweight king. In several recent interviews and on his social media, Topuria has made some very daring statements. For instance, he's promised that when he meets Islam, he'll ask the Dagestani champion, "What's your favorite submission?" and then proceed to use that exact technique to tap him out, right in front of Khabib Nurmagomedov himself. He's even gone as far as to tweet, "If I want to, I can finish you. I can knock you out. I'll make it look easy. See you soon." Whether it's a confident challenge or pure trash talk, there's no denying Topuria is positioning himself as the ultimate challenger. Recently, Ilia Topuria made some bold statements about his intentions if he were to face Islam Makhachev. Topuria has declared that, when given the chance, he will ask Islam Makhachev what his favorite submission move is, and then use that very technique to secure a victory, stating he would do so in the presence of Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Topuria just said that he will make Islam Makhachev submit in front of Khabib, and you need to see this.
You ask me, I feel that I have the advantage in everything. This is what I truly believe. Me personally, I would ask him, like, what's your favorite submission? Whatever, I don't know. Dark show. I'm going to submit you with that.
This is a guy that's trained and coached by Khabib, who, 28-0, stories that he's never lost a round in his life.
I take him close to Khabib. I will submit him closer to Khabib.
You'll submit him in front of Khabib?
Yeah. I take him. Khabib used to take people in his shoulder, take them down and talk to Dana. I would do it to Khabib. Like, I will take him,
and then talk to Khabib.
Talk to Khabib. Khabib, I have to do it.
What would you tell him?
No, I wouldn't. Like, all the respect, but this is how I feel. I feel that I submit him with the dark.
Topuria also stated on the Full Send podcast that he believes he can defeat Makhachev both on the feet and on the ground. He emphasized that while he respects Makhachev, he is confident in his own abilities and wants the challenge. He has also suggested that he needs only one well-timed, precise strike to finish the champion, emphasizing that his approach in the cage is deliberate rather than reckless.
I have so many things against Islam that he's gonna have some hard time with me, and something he knows and we all know is that the only thing I need it's one punch, and for sure that I'm going to connect that one punch. But at some point, I will connect that punch, and everything will depend on what God will decide. If he wants to send Islam to sleep or not, who knows that?
Ilia Topuria has claimed that Islam Makhachev is avoiding a potential champion versus champion fight. In multiple interviews, Topuria suggested that despite his public challenges and willingness to move up in weight, Makhachev has shown no interest in accepting the bout. He implied that Makhachev's lack of response or engagement is a sign that he does not want the fight, even though it has generated attention among fans and media.
You said that you're ready to go up a division. There's a tweet from Ilia Topuria that he can go up the weight and he can beat you with no problem. What do you think about that?
Не знаю, еще столько соперников, и все хотят меня там в первом, во втором раунде финишировать, все говорят об этом. Но я же сказал, сделайте 70 килограмм, заходите в клетку и посмотрим, кто кого финиширует там.
There's all these opponents, they all say they want to finish me in the first or second round. I already said, if you can make 155, you can get into the cage. Let's talk about it then.
One guy that keeps talking about you also is Ilia Topuria. Do you have a message for him? He really wants to fight you next year.
No, man. I'm tired to give chance the small guys, I need my second belt, It's nothing excited. He's a good fighter. He's a good skills fighter, but I don't want to give him chance, I need second belt. They fight for what? For me, it's nothing. Just his name. I don't need his name. I need the belt.
Chael Sonnen, a former UFC title challenger, has stated that outcomes in the cage carry more weight than pre-fight comments. He indicated that Topuria'S remarks will only matter if supported by performance.
Ilia versus Islam is a completely different fight if Ilia beats Charles first. Ilia versus Islam right now, and I know there's some nut huggers out there that just think that's the biggest fight. It's not. The biggest fight of 2025 will be Jones versus Aspinall. So any other fight that you're doing, you need to beat that fight. There's no reason to make a fight if you know it can't be number one. Can we agree on that? You'd have a legitimate shot of beating the night of business, Aspinall Jones, if you got Topuria one fight first. Not to mention, there's only one dude in the world, and he sits on Fight Island, that wants to see Oliveira fight Islam. Literally nobody wants that fight, but it would be different if Charles was to beat up Ilia Topuria first. It would be a very different offering.
Michael Bisping, a former UFC middleweight champion, has commented that verbal statements have little value in MMA and that the result of the fight is what ultimately matters.
But Ilia wants to prove that he can beat Islam, and he also wants to become a double champ. And I do think that Ilia Topuria would take that fight. Because why? Well, because Ilia is talking mad shit, right? He's discrediting him. He's talking bad about him. He thinks that he can beat him. And not just him. He's talking about Dagestani fighters in general. And if there's one thing that you know about fighters from Dagestan, they are proud, they are patriotic, and they take this shit seriously. So if Ilia carries on down this line, down this path, down this antagonization route, which I love, by the way, then I think we're going to see this matchup. Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria.
Demetrious Johnson, a former UFC flyweight champion, noted that bold pre-fight statements are common but are often judged only after the fight takes place. He referenced past experiences as a reminder that execution is what matters.
For him to release his belt at 145 and to go to 155, I think he should take one fight just to prove that, hey, I'm here. Then he could fight Islam. I think that's how it should be. And I'll say the same thing when it came to me, TJ Doshaw's aspect of it. When I was at 125, TJ wanted to come down. He wanted the immediate title shot. And I was like, unless they're going to pay us $1 million and a whole bunch of other contract bullshit, we can make it happen. They didn't want to agree to it. But if TJ was like, okay, I'm coming on 125, I'm going to fight 2 guys. Then I'm going to work my way up to the belt. I couldn't refuse him then.
That would have been a big fight regardless. Why wouldn't you want to fight him?
Oh, because they weren't going to pay us. It's supposed to be a super fight, but a super fight of mine, the money's going to be a lot more.
Kamaru Usman, a former UFC welterweight champion, acknowledged Topuria'S abilities, but stated that Makhachev has already proven himself at the highest level. He emphasized that in MMA, experience and timing can determine outcomes.
Ilia Topuria, I believe, is definitely next. You put him up there because Islam needs a new face. And I honestly, I believe this is the biggest fight that you can make for Islam. And I think Islam deserves that. Islam has worked. He's put time in. You know, I believe he needs that big fight to put him there. And I think this is the fight to put him there.
Okay.
To where he's a standalone champion, you know.
Yeah.
So I like it. If you like it, let's call the UFC and say, hey, let's book it, Henry.
In summary, Ilia Topuria is not holding back. He claims that with one precise submission or punch, he can finish Islam Makhachev, asserting that the champion has been avoiding the fight. What do you think? Can Topuria deliver on his promise, or will Islam Makhachev's record speak for itself? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and remember, fight for your dream because no one will give it to you.